Welcome back to the Tennessee Frugal Craftsman. I'm taking my rough pine boards that I cut almost a year ago, and I'm seeing if I can turn them into deck boards. So I'm going to bring you along for the process of taking a couple of these and turning them into deck boards, and I'll show you what they look like at the end. So let's do that. I've run this through, and as you can see, it's too crooked to get a 12-foot piece out of it. And there's a knot right here, some wave. So I'm going to try to get an 8-footer out of this. Looks like it's going to be an 8-foot and a 4-foot. You take the 8-foot level, get a straight edge on it. And what that's going to allow me to do is to run them through the table saw. Okay, now we have a 4 and an 8. They are now to the size 5 inches of my deck boards, but now I have to get them ready to edge. So let's do that now. Okay, so what do we end up with? I've got an 8-footer. Now this has a little bit of a knot here, but it's solid. And I have this 4-footer. Now on the 4-footer, it has got some bark still left on it. So if I need a 32-inch, then that's what I'll use that for. But that rough piece turned into 2 nice pieces of deck boards, and you'll see when you put them together, they are now straight. And that's the key. You may be asking why I just don't leave them long with a little bit of a bow in it and pull them out. I could do that, but the problem is if the bow won't come out, then you've got a mess because you've already cut the piece. So I will show you kind of what I've got done here. I haven't been working on the deck as far as putting deck boards down because yesterday after I finished the stairs I decided I would take at the deck boards and do them all at once and be done. So at least for the front deck, so when I start laying I don't have to stop and set up again. So this is what, let me just set this down. So I've got this stack here of roughly 10s, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 of them. So 2 of those plus 1 of those 4s will do a run. I've got 24 feet. So that's about the equivalent of 4, 4.5, 5 runs. Then I've got 3 full-length 12-foot pieces right here. And then I've got a stack of 8s. 8s and under, like down to maybe 64 inches. And I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 of those. Plus, like I said, several 4s and shorter ones. So I realize that it's going to be staggered, but that's the way most decks are, staggered deck boards, and I don't mind as long as they're clear and they're all sized the same length, or same width, sorry. But that's what they turn out like. And these deck boards are, I mean, you look down them and they're straight. So I'm pleased with that. They're running about 7/8 of an inch thick. So I will just set up and bring you along for one more, and then we'll finish the video. Okay, this one was a full 12. Turned out fairly nicely. I do have a knot here, so this will probably end up getting cut, made into an 8 and a 4, plus I have this end here that is rough. But this is actually a really nice piece. So I'll put it in my 12-foot pile and then decide what I need when I put it down. But there, most of the pieces will be 10s and 8s, I'm guessing. I wanted to use 12 on the perimeter, on the front, just so I have one joint. But once I start in the middle of the deck, I'm not as concerned, as long as, like I said, everything is sized the same. Nothing any nicer than sliding a finished piece and on the stack. Of course, it'll be not better when it is on the deck. So anyway, that is the process that I'm working through today. Be a lot of that. Once I get that done, sorry, I'm taking off my headband here. Once I get that done, then it'll be, other than treating it, it'll be just like a regular deck as far as putting material down. So what I'm going to end up doing is working at getting all the deck material that I can down, at least that pile out there, because I was finding moving back and forth, cutting a couple pieces, putting it down, treating it, put it down, and then going back to my planer was too much transitioning. And so I'm just going to go ahead and crank out my deck boards that I need for this, or at least that pile. And then hopefully by the end of the week have some deck boards on. So appreciate you joining me today. If you would, please like and subscribe, because right now it's a lot of rinse and repeat. When I start putting down the deck itself, I'll bring you along for another video. Until then, you have a great day.